Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. So today we are asking Spirit, what is the new moon bringing you? I'm still unsure as to how I'm going to title this video, but when you do pick a pile today, it's really important that you just take time to figure out exactly what your intentions are. I don't do these videos very often, but I love to always pay attention to what's happening above us, whether it's astrology or astronomy. I firmly believe that the stars, the moons, the planets, even the asteroids have a lot of bearing over our lives. Anyway, so we have three groups. We're asking about the up and coming new moon. This is still a timeless reading. I'm going to keep it quite general, but most of the information that I will give you today is based on the up and coming new moon in Libra. This month of October we are experiencing a lot of, well, we've been experiencing a lot of crazy energy this whole year, but we have two full moons in this month, so I will be doing a video on the blue moon as well, which is on Halloween of all times. Love it, exciting. But for now, let's focus on our new moon energy. New moon, new me. So, group one, you had this amethyst shard. Now, I have a cluster of amethyst crystals, and this shard fell off that cluster. It's faded with time. Amethyst crystals are susceptible to UV rays and the sunlight, but it still has its intuitive grounding sort of energy. Group two, you have the opalite, because I also call this a moonstone, so naturally it had to be in this reading. Group three, you have the gorgeous rose quartz crystal today. Very beautiful. Lovely energies. So take time. Feel free to pause the video now if you do need more time. Once you know which of these three groups you're feeling most called to, check the description box below for your timestamps and join me in your reading. So hi group one and welcome. If you chose this amethyst shard, then this is going to be your reading today. So today, as I said in the intro, we're asking Spirit about the new moon. The new moon can be a wonderful opportunity to embrace new cycles, to begin new routines, to embark on new journeys, etc. So it can also be a time to receive a lot of abundance and blessings. That's how I perceive it anyway. I know that people look at the new moon as an opportunity to release. For me, that is my full moon ritual. I always release negativity, any unwanted emotions. Being a Capricorn sun, emotions come to me, but they're uncomfortable. So I use the full moon as an opportunity to let it all out. So I'm really interested to see what new moon blessings you will receive, group one. Can we get some guidance, Spirit? Can you help me deliver honest, clear messages to group one? What can they expect with the up and coming new moon? I do have a link in the description box below. As usual, we have our song links as well, but you also have a link to a website that I use to keep up with the astrological events. This website is just my personal preference. This isn't sponsored or anything. There are many amazing, wonderful websites out there for you to use. Please don't feel like just because I'm saying you need to go there, that's the best place to go to. By all means, do your own research. I am no astrology expert, which is why I do not like to go into it too much on my channel, because I think that there are many other wonderful creators on this platform who are much better versed on this stuff. So for us today, we'll focus on what blessings this new moon can bring you. So we have the Three of Cups for now with the Death card. A lot of Scorpio energy. Fears I'm sensing. We now have the World card with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I'm actually putting it like that because that's how I saw it. But you also have the Emperor falling out. Holy heck. And look at how this Nine of Pentacles is looking at the Emperor. Wow. Like, hey, want to join forces? There's a lot going on above us right now. Mars is in retrograde, which is part of the Emperor's energy with that Aries. And it's also square with Capricorn. Anyway, I'm not an expert. Please check out the link below to get more info on that. Can we clarify the Three of Cups, please? Yeah, you do have... You have some really interesting energy here. I'm just going to delve into it. I want to clarify. Maybe I'm not using the right deck. Oops. No, I am. All right. Okay. What's this business? That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Can I clarify the last two cards, please, so I can get the messages? All right. I thought so. I want to put that there. Okay. Oh, sweetheart. I love that. All right. So bottom deck energy for you is the High Priestess reverse. So first of all, I want to tell you, Group 1, that the new moon is bringing you something unexpectedly expected. This is something that you had secretly been wanting, that you had secretly been wishing upon, you'd been picking up on it, but you haven't really been focusing on it anymore. This is something that will catch you off guard, and yet there will be a feeling as though you did predict this yourself. The High Priestess reverse is telling me that you kind of low-key know what this is. For many of you, it seems to be a person, it seems to be a situation that will offer you closure. It seems to be the opportunity to re-examine events from the past in a new perspective, because I believe that someone is wanting to spread, I don't know why this is coming through like this, but spread peace in your connection. It's like there was a fire, you put it out with your own water, but they feel like they still owe you because they caused the fire and you had to put it out by yourself. So it's like they want to spread peace now. They want to come through that scorched earth and they want to give you seeds to sow in that earth if you will accept it. Now, for some of you, this is romantic. I think it's because I've got my bloody rose quartz right here next to my hand. But for most of you, this is just an opportunity to move forward to your next level, to level up, to gain the closure that you need, because this cycle has not finished yet, which is what the World card is telling me. Now, we have a lot of cards out here, so I'm going to talk really fast. I know I was kind of floundering around at the beginning, but there's a lot of energy here. I want to start here with the Three of Cups. The new moon is giving you an opportunity to come together. There is a reunion for you. This could be a friendly reunion with just close friends. This could be acquaintances. I want to say that this is someone from your past, though, and that ties in well with what is happening. A lot of us are feeling called towards our past. A lot of us are feeling motivated to make changes in our present. However, we are stuck with Mars in retrograde. This new moon is an opportunity to come together. And listen, I want to say with the Page of Swords, although this is a reunion, there is someone who wants to tell you something. Someone who has a message to deliver. The Page of Swords, in my opinion, is a clumsy page. They deliver messages, but not all of the information is revealed. They're much more observant than they are talkative. So this is someone who has been watching you. They've been observing you. They've been thinking about this. You've been on their mind. It is very possible that they've also been on your mind. However, I would encourage you to use this reunion, to use this opportunity to connect as an opportunity to create more happiness in your life. That is what it is going to be for you. It's a reunion for them because they have unfinished business with you. But for you, Group 1, this is just an opportunity to get together, to have a bit of fun, and to not really be too worried at all. That is what I'm seeing for you. This is someone from your past who feels like they owe you, Group 1. Now, I talked about this card briefly, this Death card. It's the Death card normally would talk about a transformation of some sorts, but your energy is so light. I feel like you've already been transforming. You already had this death moment. Something in your life had to be processed out. You had to deal with that change. This card is now talking about rebirthing something, and I think that it is equally painful because there's an element to this that you weren't really expecting. You intuitively were aware of it, you intuitively factored it in, but you weren't really focusing on it. There's something about this that is a bit jarring. It is positive, but it's jarring. There's something about it that's a bit uncomfortable with this card. And I say that because underneath that we have the Seven of Wands reversed. I think it's something that you weren't really focusing on. It's something that you had perhaps given up on, Group 1. It's something that you weren't really investing energy into. And it's like this situation or this person is coming to try to make amends, but some of you are like, oh yeah, that's fine. Like this person might come through with an apology and you say, oh yeah, no, that's no worries, and then you just continue having the best night of your life. And for this person, it's like wow, I thought that this was something that really affected them, but clearly it didn't. That's weird. Like, why did I take this so strongly into my ego? It's just a feeling that one of you is less bothered than the other in this equation. is what I'm picking up on. And it all kind of stems around your middle cards here, the spread. This isn't over yet. This isn't over yet with the World card reverse. This isn't over yet is something that kept coming into my head, and it doesn't feel like your energy. It feels like somebody has hijacked your reading, group one. Somebody has an agenda. Somebody has things that they need to tell you. They are wanting to get this message through to you at all costs. This person will not give up. They will intend on picking the right time. They want to observe you. They want to make sure that you're receptive to them. But they're anticipating the opportunity to have a word with the Queen of Swords, is what I'm feeling. It isn't over yet, is what they keep saying. This isn't over yet. So for a lot of you, this is someone who does have romantic feelings towards you. Whether they intend on pursuing a relationship, I'm unsure. I can clarify that. But more than anything, for all of you, this is an opportunity for this person to gain closure. They are very much this dominant figure in your reading, this cardinal figure. I really feel like they have Emperor, Aries, or cardinal energy. It's either Aries, what are our other cardinal signs? I'm terrible. I think it's Aries, Libra, which is a cardinal. We're actually in a cardinal new moon, I guess, then. Capricorn. And what's the water one? I want to say, I can't picture it, you guys. Oh my gosh, complete blank. I know that Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn are cardinal, and I'm just guessing that Libra is the other cardinal sign. But there's a lot of like taking charge energy here. This person's taken over your reading. They intend on, I just heard taking over your life. Like, what? Excuse me, calm down. Calm down. This isn't that kind of reading. Get out of here with your Emperor energy. But they do intend on having a minute of your time at least. They have this idea that they can change your mind, is what this card is saying. They believe that you have a firm, set opinion of them, and they believe that they can change your mind because it isn't over yet. Now, I want to say that if you are worried about finances, you do not need to be worried. The new moon, the biggest blessing, regardless of this person's interference, the biggest blessing that this new moon will give you is the opportunity to feel secure within yourself, within your work, within your health. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel, and it's mostly because of the attention that this person is giving you. But use that, okay? You let that boost of confidence spread into other aspects of your life, because there is this idea, based on the cards that I'm seeing, that you are concerned about things. Especially, I want to say your health, but mostly your future with this Ten of Pentacles reversed down here. You are very secure, and this new moon is a wonderful opportunity to appreciate the incredible person that you are, to appreciate what you do have. I have a feeling that you've had to process a lot of change with this Death card. You have lost things. You have had transformations. You've had transitions. They've been uncomfortable. There's this feeling as though you do have people around you, but you haven't really been able to share a lot of this with them. It's sort of like you had to carry yourself through this. And it's made you stronger. It's made you more desirable because of it. You come across as this well put together person who just has this appreciation for themselves. Whether you believe that or not, that is how other people view you. So it's really important that you use this new moon as an opportunity to embrace that, because you are going to, that is your biggest blessing. You're going to be able to breathe. You're going to be able to feel admired. You're going to be able to feel secure. And you're going to be able to appreciate everything that you have right here in front of you. And I can see that it's been difficult, because underneath that we have the Nine of Swords. So group one, this new moon is going to give you an opportunity to, I don't want to say get over, because there is a reason why we experience loss. There is a reason why we experience sorrow, why we have pain, you know. And I think that some pain has to be managed. Some pain takes longer to heal than other pain. Some pain is with us for quite a while. But this new moon is going to be the opportunity to really just not have to focus on that for now. I really feel like this new moon, you're going to be in a situation where there's other people around. Some of you, it might be a little gathering, it might be a little house party, it might be a little opportunity to be around people who make you happy. You don't need to have these serious conversations about all of the stuff that you've been through. You can just use this as an opportunity to forget about that for now. It's not to say that you're completely ignoring your pain. It's just that right now you deserve to not focus on it for once. I do see concern about your future. The Nine of Pentacles is overriding that concern. Now is not the time to... I want to say this because I do anticipate further change. I'm sorry, Group 1, it's not bad change. But I just want to say that for this card to be reversed, your future is still being written. And the actions that you put in based on... I think that this person actually has a lot of influence for some of you on your future. But there's something about what you do right here, right now, is going to dictate your future. So you might be... It's different for each and every one of you, but a scenario that's coming to my mind is that you could be collaborating on something big with someone, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a self-employed project, whether that's a new business, a new career path. There's this idea that your future is still being written. You don't need to worry about it. Focus more on your present. Focus on your Nine of Pentacles. That is how you will cultivate this security. That is how you will cultivate this legacy. You really need to stay focused, stay present, and appreciate the growth that you have right here, right now. Now, this Emperor, I'm coming to you. Goodness. And that is something that I feel like they would like to say too. But they are such a fiery, possessive energy in this reading. They have completely overridden most of this reading. So I do want to say that you are going to have this interaction. It might be something really minor. Honestly, you guys, I'm seeing that for majority of you, it's minor. This person says a little something to you and they get the closure they need, and for you, you're like, that was weird. Let's go back to this wonderful night. But for a few of you, this is big. This is the change that is going to influence this Ten of Pentacles outcome. This is someone who thinks that they have something decent to offer you, that they have something decent to provide for you. The Emperor in your spread is also dictating that you have a lot of control over the situation. This person would like to consider themselves to be in control. They would like to consider themselves to be very assertive, and a cardinal, obviously. They take the lead. They seem to assume leadership roles. However, they are terrified to admit that actually this all depends on you. This all depends on what you want. This all depends on what you say. This all depends on what you choose to do, how you choose to move forward, whether you choose to have any future with them or not, whether you choose to communicate authentically or not. There's this feeling as though you could destroy them, and it would be their ego, Group 1. Their inner self will recover, but this person doesn't have as much control over this situation as they would like to lead themselves to believe. They have a lot of confidence. They have a little bit of a cocky air around them, but it is up to you how you want to move forward here. With this, everything is fine. This is the Ten of Swords. It's reversed, so everything is not okay. This person is confident on the surface, but they are seeking closure. This cycle has been tough. This person wants to communicate something to you, and it's going to be difficult. It's something that they've thought about for too long, in their opinion. It's something that would end a tough cycle, in their opinion. For many of you, this is someone from your past who you haven't spoken to for a while with the Eight of Cups. This is somebody who has been away for quite a while. In their opinion, it's been too long. The Eight of Cups is telling me that they are trying to close an emotional chapter in their life and start something fresh with you. They've walked away from a situation recently. For it to be reversed, it's like they've left that and they're coming towards you. Now, that situation could be as minor as, I'm trying to think of a minor Eight of Cups situation. I had to tell my friend that I didn't want to see them anymore because I don't agree with their lifestyle choices. And it's not that I won't ever have them in my life again, but I have a lot of strong opinions and I don't want to see them hurt themselves. That could be something that they share with you. It could be as major as this person has walked out on a relationship that they were invested in for a very long time. Eight of Cups is telling me like 8 months or more. And they've had to walk away from that in order to be happier, and they're seeking happiness with you now. Now, I don't want to say that this person did these things for you. It's like they did all of these things and it's created room for you. It's created room for something new, because this person's life seems to be a little bit crazy. Anyway, I don't want to get into that too much. Let's stop talking about this person. Let's bring it back to you. Moonology, Group 1. Moonology cards. What can Group 1 expect with the new moon? What blessings can they expect? You are incredibly desirable, Group 1. That's something that keeps coming through. Oh, excuse me, something that keeps coming through. This Emperor person has taken over your reading, but a lot of people are interested in you. We have adjustments are required. There is this feeling as though it's going to be a little bit of a jarring experience having this person come forward. I think that this could instigate a lot of change. It's a little bit of it's literally like a glass half full or glass half empty situation. It depends on what decision you make. It depends on how you perceive this as an opportunity or as or what kind of opportunity, really, as an opportunity to grow or as an opportunity to grow individually. Adjustments are required is telling me that there is going to be an emotional, especially with the Death card, it feels like someone is purging emotions out and they don't think that you're going to be very receptive towards them, but they're doing it anyway. We have Group 1. We have you are very close to achieving your goal. So the new moon is going to stir things up for you. This is a message that's coming through. The new moon's going to stir things up for you, but I want to say that it's closer towards the end of the month that you're going to see major change. The new moon is an opportunity to set your path. You set your intentions. You make sure that you're focusing on yourself, because there seems to be some really strong characters in your life, Group 1. So focus on yourself, set your intentions, and by the end of the month, at this blue moon, anything is possible. And the universe is indicating that you will be very close to achieving your goals, closer towards the full moon, the gibbous moon. Is there anything else from this deck that you can tell me? Oh, full moon in Libra. This is a new moon in Libra, so that's interesting. A win-win outcome is forecast. So regardless of what decision you make, you are going to win. You are going to win. I think that you are attracted to this person. I do want to say that you are. You are seeming to be friendly with them, with the way that these two characters are looking at each other. You seem to be friendly towards them, but I think that they have a lot more to lose than you. Bottom deck energies bring love into the situation. So I do see something like romantic coming your way, guys. I like to keep it open. We did kind of touch on your careers, your finances. You are secure. Remember that your future is still being written, but most of this seems to be about an emotional closure. It seems to be about triggering your heart space to extend itself beyond your icy Queen of Swords exterior. So can I get some more beautiful information about what Group 1 can expect? Inspiration, beauty, and empowerment. Oh my days, you guys, this is beautiful. So Group 1, your new moon is going to be passionate. There's going to be fire. I mean, we got Aries on deck, so absolutely. It's going to be an opportunity to appreciate yourself. This beauty card, this empowerment, all of these cards make me think of the Nine of Pentacles. It's an opportunity to appreciate yourself, to dwell in this beautiful self-worth energy. You are going to feel incredibly confident with this information that comes towards you. You're going to feel like, wow, I must be $1 million the way that these people are lining up to speak to me. And it's good. This situation was intended to give you that confidence, to help you understand that you are a lot more than you perceive yourself to be. It's not to say that you should base your worth off other people's opinions and expectations, but it is a wonderful opportunity to feed off that energy and to gain that confidence and to understand that actually, yes, you've been through a lot of change recently. Yes, you've had to transform yourself recently. Yes, you've had to process some really icky transitions. However, you still have a lot going for you. You have a lot of opportunity coming to you, and you are stronger because of what you have been through. So it's a beautiful opportunity to appreciate. With this inspiration, I see a fiery new beginning. It's like the Ace of Wands, a rebirth, a renewal, repurposing of old energy. It's going to inspire you. Regardless of what you choose, you will win from this situation. You are going to feed off that energy and use it to create something for yourself. You know, you're in such an attractive position. I'm surprised the Queen of Wands isn't out here. Our beauty, we have our Venus energy. It's a good time to appreciate yourself. If you are comfortable with doing so, look in the mirror and tell yourself the things that you are grateful for about yourself, not about what other people do for you, but about what you do for yourself. I'm grateful for my hair. I'm grateful for my eyes, say things to yourself in the mirror and really gas yourself up, because you will have an incredible revitalized energy. This new moon is aimed to bring you the confidence you need to overcome your fears. That is why we have the Nine of Swords reversed. That is why the Ten of Pentacles is reversed. You shouldn't be concerned about your future. Your future is still being written, Group 1. We have empowerment here. Absolutely. That's what I've been trying to do for you. But you need to do that to yourself. Empower yourself. Feel this energy. Work off that confidence that this person gives you, and use it for yourself as an opportunity to instigate more self-love. Travel. This card keeps coming up. I don't know what's going on. There might be Sagittarius energy around this Emperor as well. Unexpected, I want to say. This card keeps coming up. So it feels like someone could be traveling towards you. This might be confirmation based on one of the readings that you got in my last group. This card came up in 2 of those groups for that reading, that video. So this could be confirmation in terms of who that person is. I want to figure this out. Let's ask. This person has decided they want to completely overtake this reading, so we're going to address the elephant in the room. Who is this Emperor, Spirit? What can you tell me about them, and what would they say to Group 1? Who is this Emperor, Spirit? What can you tell me about them, and what would they say to Group 1? Who is this Emperor? What can you tell me about them? What would they say to Group 1? Oh, this is a very sure person. They have 2 feet on the ground, and they're just raring to go. Like, I'm just feeling all this kinetic energy being stuck, and they're just wanting to release it. Yep, absolutely. They're wanting to just charge at you. Holy heck. And that's why, see, the new moon is going to gas you up. The new moon is going to give you hope. The new moon is going to build your confidence up. It's going to give you an opportunity to breathe and appreciate what you've done and where you've come from, what you've been through, an opportunity to process what you've been through. But more importantly, the new moon is an opportunity for you to set your intentions. In terms of this person, they aren't really going to come correct with a full idea of where they're going and what they want from you until the end of the month, is what I want to say, Group 1. Wow. What can you tell me about the Emperor? Who is this person, and what do they want to say to Group 1? What can you tell me about the Emperor? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm cutting it. This person is intense. Look at this. I don't want to lose you. Big 4 fixed energy. Whew, very, very sure. Okay, I'm going to start with the first card that came out. My 9 of Swords. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. This person isn't taking no for an answer. They won't show you they're wounded. They're going to come through confident. They are not open for compromise. They have this in their head that they need to tick this list. For many of you, this person wants to express their romantic intentions to you. They want to start dating you. They're coming through incredibly strong. I don't want to get all of your hopes up, but this person has an agenda. They have a list of things they need to tick with you. They have things that they need to get off their chest, and they're not open to compromise in the sense that they aren't someone who takes defeat easily. It's not to say that you aren't allowed to offend them. By all means, you aren't going to lose regardless, you know. But I just want to say that this person is very confident. They're very sure of themselves. They know exactly what they want to say. They know exactly what they want to do. And they plan on ticking off that list because they refuse to lose. They aren't even entertaining this idea, have I lost everything? They have this notion that they aren't going to lose. There's no way that they could lose. They're telling me that they're ready. They're taking some sort of calculated risk towards you with this Fool card. They're jumping headfirst into the waters. Something that's coming through. Yeah, it's insane. They feel like a giddy child around you. Like there's something about you that lights them up, and they have to tick these items off their agenda. They have to say their piece. They've been standing there for too long with like all this energy building up. This is someone who has a lot of passion towards you. If this is a romantic interest, yes, they have imagined you naked. They've imagined being intimate with you. I don't think that's happened yet, though, which is why this card is reversed. Again, it's just a build-up of energy. This is my 8 of Wands card. We have 2 of them on the deck, on the table, I should say. I keep saying on deck. And one of them is reverse, telling me that all of this energy has just been building up. Eight of Wands is all about movement. It's all about fast movement, communication. This hasn't been communicated yet. This hasn't been grounded yet. This hasn't been expressed yet. And it's just building and building and building and creating so much frustration. Spirit is asking you to listen to your heart when this person comes towards you, because something about the way that they communicate has a tendency to piss people off. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it straight. They do. They come across as overly confident, a little bit cocky. I think they don't really know how they're going to word it. With that Page of Swords, they're going to watch you and watch you and watch you, and then they're going to come through when they think that your defenses are down, when that Queen of Swords energy is reversed. But they have this tendency to piss people off because of the way that they do these things. In their head, it's like, I need to do this. It's as simple as that. Like, this is what I need to do. I'm not hurting anyone. Like, let me do this. But it's going to offend the people around you, is something that is coming through, especially if it is a Three of Cups situation where you're surrounded by other friends and there's acquaintances and nobody really knows each other that well, or there's no real, it's either one of two situations. There's going to be best friends together when this happens, or there's going to be a lot of acquaintances together and no best friends. So it just feels like Spirit is saying, listen to your heart. If you feel that you need to give this person 5 minutes of your time to get the closure they need, then by all means do it. But at the same time, don't feel burdened by this person's desires to gain closure in a situation that isn't really going to pay off for you. That's two scenarios there. For some of you, this is something you've been wanting. It's unexpected still. You've been picking up on it, but it's still going to catch you off guard. This person is so sure of themselves with the I think so, yes. This situation has created confusion. They have at times felt conflicted, but they're coming through in a way that they feel clear on what they need to do. What they're confused about is you. They don't really know what you're going to say, how you're going to react, whether you're going to reject them. They're not really going to take no for an answer. They really want to talk to you. They have been manifesting this situation. I think that was supposed to be upright, if I'm honest. When it came out, I felt it as I'm manifesting you. I felt it as this person is really trying to gain an opportunity with you. This person feels like they've been stuck for too long. They feel like they need to act. They feel stagnant. They feel like this has been slowed down. They don't like it. They feel like there have been delays here. They want to overcome these delays. And they really are just saying that they really want you, Group 1. They really want you. They really, really, really want you. Oh, goodness. I want to get one affirmation card for you, and then I'll call it there. Can I get one affirmation card for Group 1, please? What is the new moon bringing them? What blessings? What can we share with them? What is the new moon bringing them? What blessings? Okay, Spirit is saying through sorry, I've been talking a lot. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Wow, so stay grounded. Trust your intuition with this purple. Stay grounded. Amethyst could be very useful for you. I think that you have the tendency to overthink a lot of things. I think that you're incredibly intuitive. You're empathetic. You pick up on other people's energies. You feel things building. You anticipate something big happening. Stay grounded, meditate if that helps, pray if that helps, but by all means, you have every right to trust your intuition. I do feel like you're being guided through this, absolutely. So there's this feeling as though some of this isn't going to surprise you. This is third eye energy, and yet it does take you off guard, because I think this person is just a crazy force to be reckoned with. They're incredibly determined. But your advice here is to stay grounded, trust your intuition, and let it guide you through this. Use amethyst crystals if that helps you. But I think meditation or prayer, if that helps you. Your dreams are important during this time. You might be having a little bit of trouble sleeping. I think that this new moon is a great opportunity for you to set intentions over what you want, what you feel that you need, and what you would like to overcome as well. It could be a really good time to set your intentions, Group 1. So that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that was informative. Please look after yourselves, Group 1. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. This is an incredible energy coming towards you. So I'm sorry that they had to override most of your reading, but by all means, you know, you're the expert in your life. Take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye. Hi Group 2 and welcome. If you chose this opalite moonstone crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Oh, excuse me. So, okay. Welcome Group 2. Today we're asking, oh gosh, I keep getting hiccups. Today we're asking Spirit about the new moon. Now, for those of you who have been following me for a little while, or if you've been binge watching my videos, you will know that I do occasionally post, I think I've only done one new moon reading. To be honest, I am incredibly influenced by what happens with our moon, and I think astrology is a wonderful resource and an incredible tool, similar to tarot reading, that can help us navigate our way through our challenges and triumphs. So this video is aimed to understand what is coming, whether you believe in astrology or whether you'd just like to use this as a timing. The next new moon at this stage, as far as I'm aware, it's the 19th. I might be completely off there. There is going to be a couple of days on either side. It will be a new moon in Libra. Why do I feel like it's the 16th? Sorry. I should have double checked the date before I pressed record, but it will be a new moon in Libra. So it is the opportunity to balance things out. It is the opportunity to set your intentions for something that you might like to manifest by the end of the month. This month is going to be very unique. It will have a blue moon on Halloween. So the 31st of this month is not only Halloween, it is a blue moon once every 3 years. Very exciting times. So this new moon can be a wonderful opportunity to set your intentions to manifest something by the end of the month. Once every blue moon, it's very rare. But we'll ask Spirit, at this point in time, what can Group 2 expect? What blessings can they receive? What is the new moon bringing them? Group 2 Spirit, what is the new moon bringing them? What is the new moon bringing them? Group 2, please. What is the new moon bringing them? Group 2, please. All right, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. I want to say that there's been something that's been conflicting you. It might have been creating illusions. It might have been leading you to believe that you are trapped or that you are stuck in a certain situation. I want to say that it's something that's been leading you to think that you're less than capable of overcoming a situation. We'll get more cards, but it feels defeated with this Eight of Swords. You're overcoming this situation though. We have the Five of Cups reversed. It could have been an emotional matter that you overthought to the point where you felt like a victim. Group 2, what is the new moon bringing them? What is the new moon bringing them? Group 2, what is the new moon bringing them? What is the new moon bringing Group 2? What is the new moon bringing? Oh, honey, we got Justice, and it's reversed. I want another card. What is the new moon bringing Group 2, please? I want to clarify with another deck, too. I love the imagery on this deck, but I need more. What is the new moon bringing Group 2, please? What is the new moon bringing Group 2? We have the Lovers, a decision. Wowzers. Bottom deck energy in this deck is the Six of Wands. So I want you to know, Group 2, it is going to be a bit of a tricky period. This new moon will instigate more feelings of change, but there is resolution in this change. However, there's some sort of decision you need to make that will lead to success, but it's conflicting. The Lovers is a Gemini card, but I'm feeling it's pulling at your heart. Your mind is telling you to do one thing, but your heart is telling you to do another thing. There's a lot of air energy on the table here, and passion is being instigated. Strength here, Father of Wands reversed. You will be successful. You will have this feeling of, I can overcome anything once you get through this. But there's something about your mind playing tricks on you. There's something about your mind limiting your idea of success here. I want to clarify, though. I'm going to use a different tarot deck. Group 2. We have the Empress. There's a lot of Pentacle energy under here. We have a Queen of Pentacles character showing up with the Knight of Pentacles, but it's all being displayed by our Empress figure. Our Empress, ooh, okay, she's bowing out for a little while. Our Empress figure is a Taurus Venus energy, and I was picking up on Venus with the Lovers, but I want to say that your mind is betraying your heart space. I want to say that you are incredibly capable, that you are incredibly safe. I think that that is something that I need to tell you. You are being guided to be exactly where you are meant to be. I hope that isn't confusing, but this situation is happening for you, group 2. I think that at times your mind seems to play tricks on you. You actually have a lot of success. This new moon is going to give you a new appreciation for yourself. We had this kind of message come through for group 1, but for you, it almost feels like, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to discredit your fears, but you're a little bit silly to think that you are any less than what you are, because this Empress is... You're so secure, you're so strong, you're so capable, and you are incredibly inspirational to those around you. There's a slow moving energy around you, as if this is something that you've been working with or working against for quite some time. You've been cultivating something for quite some time, and there's this last minute fear that's leading you to believe that you can't pull it off. I think that you're going to achieve incredible success once you overcome that fear. Your mind is playing tricks on you as a message that keeps coming through. You're a lot more secure. You're a lot more safe. This decision is being guided divinely. You cannot fail. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles here. I think that this decision has the opportunity to lead to a lot of success. If it's a career decision, you are going to experience a lot of financial success. Some of you may be getting promoted, it feels. Some of you may be entering a new profession or beginning new study. With that Knight of Pentacles, it feels like you're leveling up here. If it is a romantic feeling, because there is your heart space is being affected here, I do see this as being something quite stable, something quite secure, something that you feel safe in. There's a lot of stable energy here. I'm seeing the Capricorn energy with the Queen of Pentacles, but Taurus and Capricorn is very like stable earth energies. I'm biased because I have both in my chart, but it's a very stable energy. You are secure. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Can I clarify the Five of Cups, please? Oh, sweets. Look at this. Ace of Cups. There is a message coming through about a loss you experienced. It was a defeat, it was a challenge, it was an emotional challenge. It may have been a relationship that had you investing a lot of energy into. It may have just been a feeling of defeat in a connection in general. You had to transition, change in your emotional life recently with your relationships. I want to say that you might have lost people recently. I want to say that you've recently tightened your circle of acquaintances and friends, and this has all been happening for a reason. The reason is you're having a new offer here, a new emotional offer. It could be a friend, it could be romantic. Can I clarify that? I'm a nosy person. Tell me, is this friendship? Is this romance? Group 2? What's this Ace of Cups? I just want to tell you it's going to make you very happy. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a romantic person, they have a really warm energy around them. There's someone that makes you laugh. There's someone that makes you appreciative. There's someone that gasses you up. They're a hype man. There's someone who helps you feel confident, who helps you embrace your opportunities. They come in after you've processed a lot of change. I feel like you've lost people. I feel like you've started something new in your careers or in your health. And this person is coming in at the same time. Look at this. Excuse me. They're here for a long time and a good time. This is someone who is going to make you very happy. You are going to have a future with this person. Spirit's saying it doesn't matter whether it's a friendship or a relationship in terms of romance. This person is going to be there for a long time, group 2. They want a future with you with that 10 of Cups. There's someone that you can rely on. There's someone who is invested in your happiness, who is invested in your success. The new moon is giving you an opportunity to really process this feeling of loss and to overcome your emotional defeat in the past. The Five of Cups reversed isn't a bad card. It is a card that talks about focusing on what you have rather than what you have lost. And I feel like you're really overcoming a lot of fear with this new moon energy. You're really overcoming a lot of fear. You're gaining, this seems to be a message that's coming through. You're gaining confidence here. You're understanding that really your only blockage is yourself. Your own fear is blocking you. Your own perceptions of your limits are blocking you. These limits don't exist. It's like Mean Girls, the limit does not exist is what I'm hearing. Like your head is playing tricks on you. Now over here, justice is reversed with the Five of Wands. Some of you are questioning this. Some of you are going, listen, I wanted something peaceful. I wanted something balanced. Like, why did you bring me this? It's going to create conflict. It's going to create challenges. It's going to create opinions from other people. Other people are going to question this. I don't think that this is right for me. Is this real? Spirit is saying you don't need to worry about other people. With that Five of Wands reverse, you shouldn't be considering other people's opinions at this time. This new moon is an opportunity to focus on yourself. You don't need to push this into the minds of others. You don't need to ask for other people's opinions at this time. It's almost like you become imbalanced once you start to bring too many people into the situation. The minute that you start accounting for other people's opinions, the minute that you start allowing other people to have opinions, is the minute that your equilibrium becomes completely off-centered. You start to feel out of balance, and the justice here cannot be served. There is some sort of, this is a karmic test, I want to say, for a lot of you, group 2. You have been working at tightening your circle of acquaintances. This is another test. When you have this offer of emotions, of love, I want to say, because eventually this person will grow to love you with that Ten of Cups. Whether it's platonic or romantic, they will grow to love you. This is a test, them coming in. It's testing to see whether you are going to allow yourself to be happy, or whether you are going to self-sabotage this situation by allowing other people's negativity to influence your perception of your happiness. It's almost like in the past, you've turned to others, as you would if you trust someone. You've turned to others to ask them what they think about things. But you know that they're not going to understand your situation. You know that they're going to have heavy opinions. You know that without having all the evidence, they're going to make harsh judgments that leave you feeling attacked. And yet you would continue to do it because for whatever reason, you put their opinion on a pedestal. This situation is encouraging you to trust yourself and to not involve unnecessary energies. You should really just be focusing on yourself. Is there anything I've missed with that message? Page of Wands. This is a creative pursuit that is a learning experience. I want to say there's passion here. I want to say that there's an opportunity to grow here. It isn't going to be easy with this Page of Wands. Look at her environment. Everything is against her. But this person has the passion to overcome this adversity. The willingness to learn is what drives this page to achieve their goals. And this is a fast-moving energy. Yes, this desert looks barren, but it is only temporary. This is an opportunity to level up, is what I want to say with this Page of Wands. This is an opportunity to overcome a very tricky challenge that you have been stuck in for quite some time. And look, they're all alone on this page. You know, we had all these people up here. And on this card, it's just the Page of Wands. It's a learning experience. It's an opportunity to gain more wisdom. And I want to say that this is exciting, okay? Yes, this page is in a desert, but the Page of Wands is an exciting, youthful energy. It is the opportunity to embrace life from a youthful perspective. I think that this person will instigate a lot of passion. They might help you begin a new creative pursuit. Perhaps they'll identify things in your personality that you didn't see before. There's almost this feeling as though you're this very passionate, creative person, but you're not harnessing your potential. This person is entering your life to help you embrace your passions, to help you explore your hobbies. It's as simple as, oh, I've always wanted to paint with oil paints. Well, let's do it. This person is there to help you do these things that make you happy, that you've kind of wanted to do since you were very young, and that maybe you've always put off. It is an opportunity to explore your, I keep hearing creativity, which is really exciting actually. And at the end of the day, you're going to do these things with that person and by yourself. This person is just helping you explore new areas of yourself, and it's for the positive, I want to say. It is something that is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment. But I feel like justice is reversed here because this is a karmic test. Can you overcome this? Can you maintain this optimism without feeling the need to reach out and self-sabotage by involving other people's energetic opinions? because you are strong enough. You are the Empress. Regardless of gender, you are capable, you are independent, you are self-sufficient, you're inspirational. The truth is, a lot of this negativity comes from other people secretly wanting what you have. They feel inspired, but they don't have the motivation to fulfill their inspiration in the way that you have. And it feels like they don't mean to hurt you, but their insecurity becomes projected onto you in a way that you feel defeated by it. You feel like, oh, why would that person that I care about say that unless it was true? I've got to believe what they're going to say because they care about me. But actually, their negative opinions are coming from a place of insecurity because you are achieving, you are secure, you are inspirational, but they can't turn that inspiration into their own motivation. A very specific message there. Now the Lovers, we're talking about a decision here with the Lovers card. This is heavy Gemini energy. We've got a lot of major arcana. We have Libra on the deck. We have Taurus energy here with Venus. We have Gemini with the Lovers. A lot of prominent energy. What can you say about the Lovers card, Spirit? We have a decision. What does this decision involve? Can you clarify the Lovers card for me, please? What does this decision involve? Sweets, it involves your happiness. It involves your happiness, group 2. The Sun, it involves your happiness. This situation could make you incredibly happy. This situation could liberate you is what I'm feeling. It has the opportunity to set the tone for the... Oh, why is that coming through? I'm hearing this situation, this decision, has the opportunity to set the tone for the rest of your life. It's almost like you're breaking a curse. And I know that this is insane. This is like, really? The new moon is bringing me all of this? But the idea is, this new moon is prefacing a blue moon at the end of this month. This is incredible change. We also have Mars in retrograde at the moment. We have a lot of powerful energy that is working for us. Mars in retrograde, it builds energy. We feel a little bit frustrated with the fact that we can't be as action-orientated as we would like to be. But it also gives us an opportunity to explore what isn't working in our lives. We are forced to face things that we have previously been too distracted to observe. Now is the opportunity to work with the energy around you, to really follow your happiness here. You have the opportunity to move forward, to break some sort of pessimistic curse. It's almost like you have been allowing yourself to live in the shadows of others at times. You've allowed yourself to take the back seat, to put other people's needs first, to really focus on other people's success. And you've told yourself that you're happy with sitting in their wing and taking some of that success off their energy, off their shoulders. But the truth is, now is the time to do this for you, group 2. Now is the time to be the main character in your movie and to take this happiness as the leading role. It really feels major. What is this decision, though? What is this Lover's energy? What is this Sun energy, this beautiful, warm energy? The Hanged One. This deck is a little bit different to the usual tarot deck, so I always read the bottom and get surprised sometimes. So this is the Hanged Man. The Hanged One. This is Pisces energy. This is talking about, and it's another major arcana. We have 3 major arcanas clarifying each other. I cannot emphasize enough how major this is, group 2. This new moon is a perfect opportunity for you to set the intentions for the rest of the month, because by the blue moon, anything is possible for you. I was feeling it for group 1 as well, but you are tenfold amplified. This is insane energy. This is big energy. This is literally life-changing energy. This can set the tone for the rest of your life. I kind of understand here. Now, keeping that in mind, the Hanged Man is talking about a fresh perspective here. While the Lovers is talking about a decision, a choice, the Sun is talking about your happiness, breaking a curse, wanting to strive towards an optimistic outcome. The Hanged One is really talking about observing things, understanding things, weighing it up from both angles. And more than anything, you need to trust your intuition. You need to trust the messages that are coming towards you. The Hanged One is a card that is ruled by Pisces. So we do have the opportunity here to just sort of wait a little bit. Hang on a minute. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Lover's card. I appreciate this on the new moon, but the blue moon isn't until the 31st. But I just need a little bit of time to figure this out. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm not saying no, but I just want a little bit of time to weigh this up on both ends so that I can make the right decision for me. Now, Spirit is indicating you will make the right decision. You are going to be successful here. You are going to experience a lot of happiness here. But this card is saying you don't need to feel rushed, which is why I wanted to break this reading up. I really wanted to do a new moon reading before my blue moon reading, because I do feel like the new moon can offer us the opportunity to really harness that blue moon energy to manifest our best possible outcomes. So use this new moon. You are going to have opportunities coming to you. You're going to have this Ace of Cups opportunity. You're going to experience a new foundation of security. It's going to be a new endeavor of some sorts, whether it's health related, it feels finance related. It is going to be very successful. This is confirmation that you shouldn't be playing into that fear. You have already overcome a lot of your own doubts, a lot of your own fear. Confirmation here is that you are on the right track. This endeavor, whether it's study, whether it's finances, career, or health, you are going to be successful. You are very secure. You are an epitome of success right now. Whether you feel it or not, you are on the right path and you will create a very secure future. Your heart space is incredibly liberated. You are overcoming a feeling of loss. You are overcoming a feeling of, I want to say, rejection for some of you. This situation is going to help you focus on what you do have. And this person coming in, again, whether they're platonic or romantic, they are here for a good time and a long time. They are wanting a future with you, and you will have love for this person. This person will love you. Justice, you are going to be tested based on a previous karmic cycle that you've recently been trying to break out of. This is testing whether you are strong enough to stand on your own without self-sabotaging by incorporating other people's negative opinions who you know are going to be negative. You reach out to them and you know that they have a pessimistic outlook, and yet you feel called to include them on your life because perhaps they are family, perhaps they are close friends, perhaps they are people who have helped you in the past. But these people need to want to help themselves. They have the tendency to self-sabotage their own lives and inadvertently ruin the way that you perceive your own success. So this is going to be a karmic test when you have this person come in. If you do feel like I just want to say that if this is a romantic offer or a friend, it's probably not a good idea to integrate them into this circle of people immediately. This circle of people are going to have strong opinions, and I want to say that they're negative opinions. And I think that it's really important that you focus on cultivating this new connection by yourself with this Page of Wands, because this person is going to help you appreciate your creative nature, whether that's they're going to have hobbies that the two of you only share. They're going to have a lot of sexual desire towards you. If it's a romantic partner, this is someone who's going to want to spend a lot of time with you, just getting to know you and helping you get to know yourself again. This is very youthful energy. We have the Lovers here, which is talking about a major decision, you guys. This is big energy. This is a major choice, and it will lead to happiness. It will lead to you breaking some sort of, I keep saying breaking a curse, because I think that you have at times when you do really well, group 2, you have this uncanny ability to say to yourself, all right, where's the badness now? I've had too much good, where's the bad? And this is teaching you that it's not all bad. Sometimes it's just good. Sometimes you've been able to clear enough bad karma that all you can possibly receive is goodness now. And that is where you're at here. That is why you are being called to sit in this energy, to really just appreciate it, to understand it, and to make sure that you are making an informed decision once it is time to move forward. You are going to be successful with this Six of Wands. You are going to get recognized for your success as well. People are going to admire you even more than they do already. You're going to have this feeling as though, wow, I can't believe I did that. Or I just want to say, if this is a relationship, there will be the opportunity to bring them into the public or to make this relationship public without feeling scrutinized and overly judged with this Five of Wands. You can do this in the right way, is what they're saying. Don't feel rushed to bring this person around a crew of people who you know are going to be negative and pessimistic. Bottom deck energy in the deck that I am holding is the Fool. So this is incredible, group 2. This new moon energy for you is all about liberation. It's about stepping forward. It is about ascending, if I'm honest. Like, it feels like you are just leveling up. You are achieving. You're out here claiming your blessings. You've done the work. You've been working hard to overcome your fear. You've been working hard to overcome your emotional loss. You've been working incredibly hard to balance your life out, and this is the last karmic test. You've already closed this cycle, but this is a test for you, and you will overcome this. You have so much guidance here. If at any time you feel this doubt, if at any time you feel lost and you feel unsure and uncertain, by all means call on your angels, call on God or whatever deity you worship, call on your ancestors, and just ask for support, ask for guidance. Remind yourself that you don't need to rush through this. These blessings are happening for you. There is no time frame here. The new moon will bring this to you, but I'm guessing that you have until the blue moon to really decide what you want to do. This month is incredibly powerful for you, group 2. It's all happening for you. Now I want to get some Moonology cards for you as well. Group 2, what can you tell me about the new moon? What is the new moon bringing for group 2? This is incredible. Listen, you guys, I'm just so happy for you. Honestly, you deserve it. Remind yourself that you deserve this. You've worked hard for this. Group 2, please. What is the new moon bringing group 2? What is the new moon bringing group 2? Okay. New moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Absolutely, you've been ready. You've been here. You have been working hard. You've been straightening it up. You've been dusting out the cobwebs, tidying up the skeletons from your closet. You've accepted what happened in the past. You've been working with your actions. You've been ensuring that you're thinking about your future while trying to stay present. You've been balancing it all. You've been doing this. You can do this. This is just a small test. You will overcome it. You will overcome this, group 2. Your hard work is paying off. What is the new moon bringing, group 2? Oh, I'm so excited for you. This energy is beautiful. I can't wait. What is the new moon bringing, group 2? What is the new moon bringing, group 2? Any second now would be marvelous. Thank you. Nothing will come of this situation, and guess where I'm putting that? Over our 5 of Wands, void of course moon. Now, there is going to be an opportunity here to test yourself. You're not going to ask for it, but it's coming to you. The reason why I say it's an opportunity is because it is going to be the chance to actually do nothing. Don't feed into that energy. Don't allow that energy to dictate your future or your present. Void of course moon is telling me, like, similar to the Hanged One here, just chill in it. Just you don't need to incorporate that into your life. It's not your cross to bear. Those aren't your opinions. Allow yourself to embrace the fact that you have overcome a lot. Nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon is kind of saying, like, instead of really just focusing on a direction with this choice, just sit in it. Just sit in it. Don't feel like you need to make a decision yet, you know? And please do not sabotage the situation by incorporating negative opinions. Just sit on it. Just let it happen naturally. Let it unfold naturally. Let the guidance come to you naturally. This situation will resolve itself naturally. It's not a real challenge. It's just a little test. A void of course moon doesn't really have a direction. It doesn't really have a purpose, so to speak. It's just about sitting in that energy and letting it unfold naturally. Any other cards from this deck for group 2? We have work through your fears. Yes, another new moon. So you're going to have a lot of new energy around you come new moon time. It's going to be the perfect chance for you to set your intentions, for you to really idealize what you want to manifest by the end of the month, and to embrace the fact that you've overcome a lot of fear. Work through your fears. I feel like you've been doing that, group 2. This card is self-explanatory. You are out here trying to overcome a lot of adversity. And, you know, at times we can be our biggest enemy, our worst enemy, but we're also our biggest ally. You have so much strength, you have so much wisdom, you have so much power, and you deserve the happiness that is coming towards you. Take time to breathe out with that Hanged Man energy. When the new moon comes and you're faced with these new opportunities, don't rush. Don't think that you have to hurry up and take your wish and use it now before it vanishes. No, no. This is long-term energy. This stuff is going to be here for a while. Embrace that happiness. Live in the moment with that Sun card. Use the, just don't feel too fearful for the future. Let the situation unfold naturally, especially if this is a new relationship, platonic or not. Just let it unfold naturally there. Group 2, Holy Spirit. Can I get some advice for them? This person's going to make you so happy. I keep wanting to smile and now my cheeks hurt. Just really beautiful energy. Honestly, I could just sit in this energy forever. And I can feel that doubt. I can feel my head wondering, like, how long is this going to last? I'm almost anxious to end this reading because I just don't want this energy to last. Like, you can overcome this. Work through your fears. Don't allow other people's opinions to sway all the progress that you've made. You deserve this happiness. We have clarity, so it's interesting. The Hanged Man can give us a new perspective. It can help us see things that we may have previously missed. I feel that you're going to see through people's facades. You're going to see through people's insecurities. You're going to understand that their words of hatred at times, their negative opinions, their need to want to start fights and gossips comes from their own insecurities. You're going to see straight through these people. You're going to understand what is real and what isn't. We have peace always. If you feel like you're going to retaliate, if you feel like you're going to perpetuate more negativity, then just step back. Step back into that Hanged Man energy, because you deserve peace and you have cleared too much karma to create a new karmic cycle of pain. Step back and don't feel dragged into this negativity. Bottom deck energy is dreams. Yes, I just heard Dreams by Fleetwood Mac as well. So beautiful song. But this is, again, saying that it's like that once in a blue moon thing. You have the opportunity here to be very happy, and all of this is happening for you. You deserve this. Nothing is out of your grasp here. You have the opportunity to achieve everything you could possibly have imagined. Between your workspace, between your romantic life, this is all coming together, which is why we have this last final test. It's the universe testing that you're ready for this, because your cup will be overflowing with love and abundance and joy and happiness. This is such a beautiful reading, Group 2. Thank you so much for dropping by. Your dreams are very important to you right now is another message that came through. You are receiving intuitive downloads, throughout your REM cycle, when you're asleep, when you're daydreaming, you're receiving messages. It might be useful for you to journal them down, to write them down so you can reflect on them later. Regardless, just know that this is happening for you. You have a lot of happiness coming towards you, and congratulations, because you've worked hard for it. So Group 2, that is what I'm seeing for you. I will be releasing a blue moon video at the end of this week. Actually, no, sorry, I'll be doing it next week, not the end of this week. The blue moon is on Halloween, so I want to give us a little bit more time. But by all means, set your intentions now. Allow yourself to think very clearly about what you want, because anything can happen on a blue moon, Group 2. Sending you so much love and light wherever you are. I hope you are well, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, Group 3, and welcome. Oops. If you chose this beautiful rose quartz crystal, then this will be your reading. Now, I should have done this disclaimer for Group 2 as well. It is washing day. My machine is apparently the quietest machine on the market, according to the tag, but it is preparing to take lift off and a very long cycle, so I'm going to be shouting over the spin cycle occasionally. It's not me getting aggressive, it's just me trying to convey the right messages to you. Alright, Group 3, today we're asking Spirit about the new moon. Now, I've done a video like this on my channel before. It was an old video though, and the thing about new moons is they happen once a month, so the energy changes. This new moon is in Libra. It is the opportunity to settle out some old karmic cycles, to balance out debts perhaps, to examine areas of our life that we're feeling unfulfilled or out of whack, out of balance. Libra is, I want to say, like a justice energy, if I'm honest. It has this feeling of wanting to do good, wanting to help others, equality, equity. I just heard efficiency as well. I don't know what that means for you. But it is powerful energy. Now, the reason why I decided to do this video is because at the end of the month, group 3, we have a blue moon coming on Halloween. A blue moon happens once every 3 years. It is incredibly rare, and it kind of leaves us with, well, especially if you are spiritual or superstitious, it gives me this impression that basically anything can happen. So a new moon is a wonderful time to set your intentions, because in 2 weeks' time, we will be having our opportunity to reap those rewards, to manifest our dreams, basically. Anything can happen with a blue moon, group 3. So let's start with the new moon. This new moon, listen, I should have double checked this before I filmed. It's either the 16th, Friday the 16th, or it will be Monday the 19th. There's going to be a couple of days overhanging either side anyway, but it is a full moon in Libra, a new moon in Libra. What can group 3 expect with the new moon, spirit? What can group 3 expect with the new moon? And I am not well versed in astrology. If you haven't guessed already, I like to stay informed loosely. There are incredible creators on this platform and elsewhere who know way much more, a lot more than I do. I've left a link in the description of the site that I use, because for me it's easy to navigate, and I've stumbled upon it accidentally. I don't believe in coincidences, so I've stuck by them. But there are other resources you can use. That link is below. By all means, do your own research, explore YouTube, and find those beautiful astrologists yourself as well, just to figure out and understand what is happening right here, right now. But what can you tell me about the new moon for group 3? What is the new moon bringing group 3, spirit? What is the new moon bringing group 3? We have the Tower. It did flash itself to me. I wasn't sure if it was going to come out though. The Tower. What else? Group 3. We have the Knight of Swords. Fast energy. Holy heck. Someone's like raring through here. We have the 5 of Swords now. Yeah. Balancing out something. Somebody might have walked away from you, group 3. They might have left you on red, ghosted you, cut off communication without a word or reason. What is group 3's blessing? What is coming towards them this new moon? What can they expect, spirit? Group 3. What can group 3 expect? We have the Ace of Pentacles. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Bottom deck energy in this deck is the 3 of Swords reversed. I'm clarifying with another deck, because I have 2 wonderful decks that are the same size, so I like using them together. I was just like instantly picking up this feeling as though an unexpected visitor from your past is coming to rectify a previous situation where communication wasn't great. Let me be real. 90% of you, this person just walked away. They were like, nope, I'm sorry, but I can't right now. And I doubt they even said that. That was what they said to themselves. It's this feeling as though they just left. And yet there's this opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles to grow something new. The 3 of Swords tells me that it is an emotional issue that you have thought about a lot. At times you overthought this issue. I feel like it's a past issue, but it's resurfacing now in your present. You thought you dealt with it, you thought you healed from it, and yet it's back here and it's almost glaring you in your face. It's very triggering, group 3. Can I clarify the Tower? What is this unexpected business? What is this, excuse me, what is this unexpected business? Of course, the Devil's on deck now. Interesting. It's karmic, 100%, group 3. It is, this is similar to group 2, but for you it's amplified. For you, it's going to be tricky. It is going to test your emotions. It is going to test your morals, I want to say. The person that you have created, it is really going to test you, because this devil is destroying your illusions, and at the same time it's enticing you with everything you thought you wanted. And I say thought because it isn't. It's just trying to make you think that you can have everything you want if you do this. For some of you, it could be an ex, it could be an old flame coming back unexpectedly. at a time when you feel a little bit vulnerable, because the Tower feels unrelated, if I'm honest. The Tower is like, say, and I don't mean to scare you, but this is just an example. This isn't what I'm seeing. This is how I'm just trying to describe the energy. The Tower energy is like, say I had a car crash. My car was totaled. And the first person that I happen to see on the road for help and assistance is a person that I had been having an on and off fling with for the last year. I let them go. I just decided I didn't want to see them anymore. And there they are. They're the only person available to help me. And they look amazing. They smell so good. They look so good. They say everything right. They do everything right. And yet I know that they have not changed. They aren't here for a long time. They're here for a good time. They can't offer me a commitment. They can't offer me security, but they're here right now at a time that I'm already feeling tested, that I'm already feeling less secure, less stable, less able to be my strong self. That is what is happening here. That is the circumstance. It's not to say that that's going to be your situation. That is just how I can describe this energy. It's like you have this Tower moment. Something that you had in your life that wasn't actually meant for you is destroyed. And at that opportunity, this devil comes back. This test comes back. This vice comes back. The opportunity to explore something that you have overcome comes back to test you one more time, to see if you are strong enough to overcome this. And you are, group 3. That is why these cards are upright, because you're not going to dwell on that. You're not going to see that for what they pretend to make you want to believe. And I say that because both of these cards represent illusions. The Tower is this idea that we have to destroy our illusions, and the devil has come to test you. Do you really appreciate and understand that this wasn't meant for you? Do you really feel strong enough to step forward? Have you really learnt your lesson, is the question here. And I want to say that you have, but this all happens at a time when you're not feeling incredibly confident. You thought you had dealt with this issue. You thought you had overcome this issue, and yet it feels like it's almost as fresh as the day it happened. I really want to work through this. Why? Why do we have the Knight of Swords here? Why is this happening to my group 3s? What's going on with the new moon? What's going on with the new moon? We have the Hermit. Oh, you're going to get out of there so fast. Knight of Swords, this devil comes around and you're out like lightning. You're just like, excuse me. I want to say that you can't trust this devil energy, okay? It's here for a good time, not a long time. Whether that's a person, whether that's a vice, whether that's some opportunity to indulge and just to pretend that your problems don't exist, it isn't going to solve your issues. And it's going to make you feel like you need to just get out of there. You're going to have this fight or flight moment, and most of you are going to fly. Most of you are going to run out of there. You're going to seek your moment of solitude, and the universe is encouraging you to do that with this Hermit card, because the Hermit card isn't just about being alone. It's about appreciating the fact that you have all the answers within. You've been through this test, group 3. You've overcome this test. You've overcome this challenge. This is a reminder that you are wise now, you are capable now, you are independent now, you have all the answers now. In the past, you may have been a little bit naive. In the past, you may have lacked the wisdom to make the right choice, but you have that knowledge now. You have all the answers you need within to make the right decision now. Why is the Five of Swords here? What blessings can group 3 anticipate during the next new moon? Why is the Five of Swords here? The Father of Cups, there is something better waiting for you out there. This challenge is a situation that you can overcome. I'm seeing here an emotional opportunity to really just deepen and understand, what is this feeling? It's like I need to clarify it. I want to cry with this card, but in a good way. Like it's almost like oh, thank God you're here. Oh, I have a hair in my eye as well. That's another reason why I want to cry. Group 3, what's going on here with the Five of Swords? Oh, the Ace of Swords, a truth, an opportunity for clarity, an opportunity to understand what is actually happening. Oh, you know what? This situation over here, it had to happen to show you, as painful as it is, as annoying as it is. Honestly, I was just annoyed. I'm like, my pile 3 people don't deserve this. Get out of here, devil. But this devil is here because most of you are going to walk out of that situation asking yourself, why the hell did I let myself do that? Why the hell did I let myself believe I wanted that? Why the hell did I think that I could settle for that? Why did I tell myself that I deserved that? I was so naive. But you have to appreciate that you made the choice that you did in the past with the information that you had. Now you are wiser. Now you are able to overcome your challenges here. With the 5 of Swords, there is this feeling as though the new moon is going to give you the opportunity to resolve something. It felt incredibly unresolved. It felt like it was building. It might have been a conflict. It might not have been. I think that multiple parties were involved. Perhaps you were the mediator. Perhaps you were the one trying to diffuse that situation, trying to ensure there wasn't a conflict. And in the end, both parties just walked away and there was no peace. This person, someone involved in that situation, is wanting to come forward with some sort of offer. It's an opportunity with the Ace of Cups. It's not necessarily an offer. It's an opportunity to talk about this further. They want to start a new conversation with you. They want some sort of understanding with you. I think they want to show their appreciation towards you. They're coming across as like a masculine energy. The Father of Cups is a compassionate energy, but they don't necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. They are someone who has experienced pain based on their giving nature, so they kind of appear reserved. They are very much in control of their emotions. They don't outwardly express how they feel. But they're here to talk about this and to ensure that that isn't where you leave your relationship with them. It's almost like they're coming not necessarily to talk about this situation, but to start a new conversation with you. Because if they were, this is extreme, but if they were to die tomorrow, they don't want this 5 of Swords situation to be your last memory of them. They want to come through and they want to start a new opportunity of conversation. They want to talk about something with you. What do they want to talk about? Can I snoop? Group 3, what does this Father of Cups want to talk about? The Son of Pentacles, reversed no less. Interesting. This is the page up, is it? No, it's the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Oh, they want to tell you they were selfish. They want to tell you that there was something, there was the way it's a mixed message. Can I just start somewhere? All right. For some of you, this person wants to tell you that they made a wrong decision. They were on the wrong path. They took too long trying to figure out what they wanted. They've come back. They worried about how you see them. They always considered themselves to be loyal, to be trustworthy, but their actions, in their opinion, have led you to believe otherwise. This is someone who is concerned about your perception of them. They feel like they were selfish. They feel like they didn't consider your needs. They didn't consider your, I want to say, worth. They didn't consider your worth, Group 3. They need to apologize, but they don't just, it's not just about words. This new conversation, they want to start a new path with you with this Knight of Pentacles. They don't really want to wait either. They don't want to make the same mistake again. And I feel like they don't mind doing it slowly. There's this feeling of wanting to prove something to you. It's like words are just words. We know that. Let me prove this to you. Let me prove this to you now. You've got a lot going on. Oh, Group 3, this Ace of Pentacles. What's this business about? What's this business about? Ace of Pentacles, what can you tell me? Ace of Pentacles. I will take the first card, but you got me too much there. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Interesting energy. Look at the imagery on this card, Group 3. We have a moon, we have an owl, we have lots of stars, we have the number 10, we have what appears to be the sun at the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune is all entwined in this mixture of threads, twigs. Is that leaves? There's just a lot going on there. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of imagery here. It feels chaotic. It feels like, are you serious? Yes, we're serious because this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a substantial offer. This is an opportunity to create something. I keep saying offer, but honestly, the aces are opportunities. I feel that you will be receiving an offer, but I don't really want to say that based on what I'm seeing. It's something that I'm feeling. We'll see. We'll see. But this Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity to create something long-lasting. It's an opportunity to be gifted something as well. Where this person was selfish in the past, it's like, here, this is what I owe you. Let's do this the right way now. But with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it's almost like right person, wrong time. Wrong person, right time. Something about this feels like you gotta scrunch your face up at this offer. Like you're like, really? I don't know if I can trust this. I feel like this isn't real. Look what we have again, the Five of Swords. I feel like you're just gonna walk away again. I feel like you're just going to run at the first signs of challenge, at the first signs of conflict. As soon as somebody questions you, you're not going to be there. Like, you're questioning this offer. Can they trust this Ace of Pentacles opportunity? Okay, so my Two of Swords will always say trust. It will. Every time it comes out, that's the first word I hear is trust. Usually after that, I hear trust your intuition. But this Two of Swords is saying, yes, you can trust your intuition. Take your time. Don't feel rushed into this group 3. Don't feel like you need to take this person's hand and plant that coin as soon as it's offered to you. I feel like our new moon energy is offering us a lot, but it is important that we don't feel rushed. We don't need to make any hasty decisions here. We don't need to move forward without all of the information yet. I think that this is an opportunity to embrace all of the offers, all of the opportunities you are given. However, do not make a firm decision yet with this card. Someone will reach out. There's this feeling of communication, and then we have an opportunity to create something, to ground something, to build something, to grow something. But you don't need to feel rushed here with this card. The choice is yours to make. You can take your time with this offer. I just want to say as well that the new moon is about intentions. It's about setting your intentions for the rest of the month. Because in 2 weeks' time, we are going to have that blue moon, which is the opportunity to really decide whether you want, what you want to manifest into your life and what you want to really achieve, should I say. I'm really fighting that bloody washing machine. Oh my God. Oh, bottom deck energy for you, group 3, is the Chariot, movement. We do have movement here. You're leaving the past behind. You're leaving this pain behind. It's almost rudely being shoved in your face again, but you're not settling this time. You're wiser now. You know what you want now. You almost look back and laugh. Like, how did I let myself settle for that illusion? It's time to move forward. It's time to upgrade. It's not going to be easy. The sevens do instigate challenge. They are about obstacles. It's about overcoming things, but you are more than capable now. You've leveled up now. You are able to overcome this. Don't feel rushed by this offer. I almost want to say with the Chariot here, give it time, balance your energy, and then move forward. You can't move the Chariot without having your balanced energy first. And there's something about this offer that triggers doubt. You feel like you can't trust it. So sit on it, get all the information you need, and then move forward when you're feeling confident, when you're feeling guided to, when you feel like you have certainty on how to do this. I want to get an affirmation card for you. Group 3, what is the new moon bringing Group 3? What can they expect? Group 3, please, Spirit, what can they expect? Hello. We have, I am the loving energy of the universe. Interesting. So this is going to be a very, I can finally talk at a normal, oh my gosh, I almost have a headache from yelling. Holy heck, that washing machine is so loud. All right, so I'm the loving energy of the universe. This card is really just talking about this appreciation for everything that happens around you. This situation, this devil energy, this temptation that you are going to receive, you're just going to be like, oh my God, you're joking. I can't believe you would try that again. I can't believe this is happening to me again. Are you serious? No way. And it's going to feel, I want to say euphoric, but in the sense that euphoria instigates these otherworldly feelings. You almost leave your body for a second and you're able to look at things at a bigger picture. That is what this moment is going to give. There's going to be anger. There's going to be a little bit of like, no, hell no energy. But you're going to have this appreciation of like, wow, old me would have jumped at that. Old me would have not questioned the integrity of the devil. I would have just jumped in head first. And it's going to be an incredibly, I just want to say, wholesome in a way, because you're looking at your new self like, wow, I didn't realize how much wisdom I've attained until I was tested by something that would have usually floored me. I usually would have broken at the sight of that devil, but now I'm so strong, I'm so firm, I'm so capable, I'm so able. And it's that energy of feeling sure, of appreciating the length of your journey and the fact that you have evolved that attracts this opportunity in your life. This isn't, I want to say that this is a good opportunity for you, but it is what am I trying to say here? It is imperative that you understand that for yourself. You have to feel that for yourself. You have to feel confident in this action, because if you don't have confidence, you can't move forward. The chariot has to be balanced. And that's why the universe is asking you not to feel rushed here. You can trust your intuition. Take your time to feel confident and then move forward. You are the dreamer of your dreams. That's the other affirmation card here. You are capable. You are strong. You should set your intentions now. Use this new moon as an opportunity. When did this card come out? Use this new moon as an opportunity to dream your dream, because the blue moon is incredibly unique. Anything is possible, but it is important that you feel confident before you move forward. We have, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. And I think that that is what you're most afraid of. You're most afraid of disrupting your peace. With the Five of Swords here twice, you're most afraid of having to be this mediator again, of being there to help everyone and having no one there to help you. In that past situation, you had to step in and then you were left standing there alone. So it's important that you continue to strive towards that. Set your intentions. What are you manifesting? Are you manifesting peace? Are you manifesting love? Are you manifesting happiness? Sit in it. Allow yourself to embrace that feeling of what you need, what you want, what you deserve. Bottom deck energy in this deck is, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. And listen, this is reminding me of the affirmation, what is meant for you will find you. Sit in your authentic truth. Don't feel like you need to water yourself down to fit in. Don't feel like you need to change aspects of yourself to please other people. There is nothing sexier than your authentic truth. What is meant for you will find you as you are. Now, I want to get Moonology cards for you. That seems fitting. Group 3, what is the new moon bringing them? We have a time for healing, absolutely. You're going to feel a bit triggered. With that Three of Swords reversed, the Devil in the Tower, it is triggering. It is a question of, why the hell is this happening to me again? The truth is, you are strong enough to appreciate that in the past, oh my gosh, you would have crumbled. But now you are wiser. Now you are stronger. Now you know that that isn't meant for you, that you can overcome this. Group 3, what is the new moon bringing them? Again, though, don't feel rushed to make any decisions. This is a time for healing and appreciation. For healing and appreciating. Group 3, what is the new moon bringing them? I am really happy for you, though, Group 3. This is a stepping stone. You're constantly asking yourself, why me? Please know that these situations find people who are strong enough to take them on. And I know that's easy for me to say. I'm just here channeling energy temporarily. You're the one that has to experience this 24/7. But what I'm picking up on is a lot of strength, a lot of strength. Yes, it's exhausting at times. Yes, you've been fighting this for a while now, but I feel it ending. I feel it climaxing. I feel it coming to resolution here. I feel like this King of Cups can be trusted, but it's really important that you feel confident enough first before you move forward, and that you understand you don't need a rush. You can take your time here to gain that confidence, to gain that knowledge. You're still questioning the authenticity of this person's words, and that's reasonable based on what they did in the past. You have every right to sit on this information for a while, but once you feel that energy, I think that you will be attracting a lot of love, and you'll be allowing yourself to experience a lot of love again. We have believe in the impossible, blue moon, sweetheart, it's coming for you. Set your intentions, manifest it. Halloween night, it's all going to happen. Believe in the impossible. Look at the bigger picture. Absolutely. I am the loving energy of the universe. Look at the bigger picture. When that devil comes in, look at the bigger picture. You are wise now. You can overcome this. Surrender to the divine. Beautiful. You are being looked after. This is all happening for you. Just remember that, Group 3. You're so much stronger now. You've been through this. You can overcome this. This situation is happening for you. You deserve happiness. You deserve love. You deserve peace. Bottom deck energy is bring love into the situation. There might be a lot of Aquarius people in this group. Very unique energy. I want to get a couple more cards from this deck. Group 3, what advice do you have for them in terms of the new moon? We have spirit guides. Call on your spirits for help. They are there. They are waiting for you to call on to them. They have never left you. They're watching you. They're guiding you through this. What you don't see, they do. So call on them for help. We have travel. Interesting. I want to say again, don't settle for what you see or what you think you know. Restrictions in terms of the pandemic means that travel is restricted at the moment, but I do feel things shifting for you. It's almost like your situation is, I want to say, improving. Something is changing with this travel card. It's giving me Sagittarius energy, unexpected energy with the Tower. Things are shifting. There feels like there's like a roadblock with this devil and you almost give up, but it was a test. You can overcome it. As soon as you overcome it, the universe goes, she's ready. He's ready. They're ready. This person is ready. Let's give them this opportunity now to overcome this tricky situation that happened in the past. What else does Group 3 need to know about the new moon? What blessings may they be receiving? What information can they be made aware of? Oh, wow, okay, listen. What are we doing here? Which of these cards? Okay, I just saw transformation, but we also have forgiveness. I feel that some of you need to forgive yourself. I feel that some of you may need, with time, to forgive the King of Cups. You may need to forgive this devil energy. You may need to just forgive yourself for the actions that you made in the past, for the choices that you made. You were doing the best that you could with the information that you had, and the same can be said for anyone. There's this feeling that you need to really let the past be where the past is. Don't bring that pain into your future. Forgive and move forward here for your own well-being, Group 3. You deserve happiness, you deserve peace, you deserve love. Bottom deck energy is courage, absolutely. It takes a lot of courage to step forward. It takes a lot of courage to be hurt in the past by someone and then to let them back into your life, knowing that in the past they hurt you. It takes a lot of courage. You are courageous. You are strong. Trust yourself. Take the time you need to gain the confidence to make the right choice for yourself. But I see movement here. You will be overcoming this pain. You will be moving forward. Believe in the impossible, Group 3. All right, that's where I'm going to call your reading. I think my washing machine is about to take off for its flight to Mars. I better address that. Look after yourselves, Group 3. It's always a pleasure. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. I hope this reading was informative. As I said at the beginning, a new moon is a wonderful time to set your intentions, to observe your surroundings, and to make sure that you are manifesting exactly what you want, exactly what you need by the time the full moon comes. This full moon is incredible. It is once every 3 years. It's a blue moon and it's happening on Halloween. Mind blown. Anything is possible. Believe in the impossible, group 3. As always, take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye!